one of y'all. I didn't even want to go live, man, and talk about this. I just wanted to do. I really didn't want to, but I said let me talk to my YouTube family about this. God bless everybody. If you haven't heard already, JJ McCarthy has a hairline fracture on his throwing hand, and it's unfortunate, man. NFL talk with your boy. It's unfortunate because prior to this latest injury, he's been playing decent. Um, Decent slash pretty good actually. And if it wasn't for the drop passes throughout these 3 games, or especially against the Giants, JJ McCarthy definitely was having a amazing game. And I'm not sure what play he fractured his hand. I don't know if it when he got tackled by Brian Burns. I don't know if it's when he threw the ball and his hand hit the opposing team's helmet. I don't know when he fractured his hand, right? I don't know if this happened at practice, if it was another game where he just didn't tell nobody and he was already hurt. But at the end of the day, we know what it is right now. JJ McCarthy has a hairline fracture in his throwing hand, and he will not play against the Lions on Christmas. Now, this sucks. If you a Viking fan, if you rock with JJ McCarthy, the one thing you have to be honest with, regardless of how much you like JJ McCarthy, like I like him as well, and I want him to be our franchise quarterback, regardless of how much you like JJ McCarthy, the one thing you cannot deny is JJ McCarthy, he is injury prone, right? Like, let's keep it all the way real. He's injury prone. And it's an unfortunate truth to say, man. I hate saying it. I think it's not about, for me, I said this a few days ago. I said it's not about his talent. It's not about his ability. It's about just being able to be on that football field. He can't. I don't know if the man can last the whole season, bro. It's that bad right now because rookie season, tore meniscus, missed the whole season. Plus, Sam Darnold played and he was wonderful, right? We went 14-3. This season, high ankle sprain. Okay, he gonna miss like 5 weeks or whatever, 5 games. Okay, he gonna come back and be good, and he was good because he came back and we went against the Lions and beat the Lions in Detroit. He was really good in that game, right? And then somehow, some way, there's a concussion along the way. I don't know what game it was. I forgot what game it was. He had a concussion, missed the game, and then that's when Max Brosmer had to start, and he was horrible in that game that he started. Right? I'm gonna be honest with you. Right? Now there's a fracture. He has a hairline fracture in his throwing hand. I don't know if any Viking fan can say with a straight face that they believe this man can play all 17 games in a regular season. Listen, if you was to bet $1 million, and I'm not a betting person, you betting against that. You're going to bet against that. I'm telling you that right now. You're going to bet against that because history would tell us that he's not able to be healthy. I don't know what's going on. It's not his fault. But there's some players, for some reason, they just can't stay healthy. There's just some players that can't stay healthy, and that it's the unfortunate truth. In my honest opinion, it's bigger than just injury. It's bigger than just the offensive line not being healthy. It's bigger than just play calling. You know, it's part of it though. It is part of it. It's a big part of it. It's just for some reason the worst case scenario when he plays on that football field, sometimes there's something that happens and he's out. Either it's I don't even know what happened when he tore his meniscus against the Raiders. I don't know if he got tackled. Was it a non-contact injury? I don't remember that play. I don't. But I will say this as a Viking fan, I am extremely concerned about his health when it comes to him being able to last 17 games. And if you and now we have to really look into quarterbacks going into 2026. Not saying that JJ McCarthy can't be the starting quarterback for this upcoming season, but what I will say is you can't go into 2026, and no disrespect to Max Brosmer. Listen, he might show off against the Lions, but no disrespect to him. I need a veteran quarterback that already knows how to play the game. That doesn't need to be developed. Shout out to my guy Angel in the building. Everybody that's in the building, make sure you hit the like button, and also hit the subscribe button. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I truly feel that way. Man, the whole number 9 situation are just unfortunate. Yes, it's unfortunate. It's the unfortunate truth about, unfortunately, he just keeps getting hurt. Like, first year, tore meniscus, he missed the season, right? And then this year, high ankle sprain. Shout out to TY in the building. High ankle sprain, concussion, and now a small hairline fracture in his throwing arm. JJ is going to shock the world. Hey, listen, he can't shock the world if he's not playing. Yeah, I agree with you, TY. I believe that I think he can be a good quarterback. But the best ability is availability. And he hasn't been available on that football field. So in order for him to shock the world, like you say, and like I be saying as well, hey, listen, he got to get on the football field. The problem is, it seems like he just can't stay healthy. And that's just the honest truth. It's just the honest truth. How can you shock the world if you're not on the football field? And what's going to happen if he doesn't play? Listen, I doubt he's going to play against the Packers. If he plays against the Packers, I'll be shocked if he plays against the Packers. He ain't playing against the Lions on Christmas. And why would you? Listen, this is how I look at it, right? At this point, right? What more do you need to see at this point? I think he can play, right? I would like to see him get more reps at the end of the day, but you already know he has a fractured, he has a hairline fracture in his hand. So why even take the chance to play him against the Packers for it to get worse? Like, why even take that chance? So I don't see him playing for the rest of the season. That's just my honest opinion. And if he does play, I'll be happy. But I will say this: if he gets hurt even more, if his hand gets messed up even more, whoever made that decision for him to play should be fired. I'm just going to put it like that, bro. Because at the end of the day, we trying to get him healthy, bro. We're not trying to jack him up even more than what's going on right now. So, and I'm not saying that players can't play through injuries, but it's the last game of the season. You already know he has a hairline fracture in his throwing hand. Why take a chance in making it worse? And then I'm so want to root for this. Yes, I'm rooting for him still, bro. I'm rooting for him still. But at the end of the day, it's like you got to keep it real, though. As Viking fans, you got to keep it real. You can't look at this and be like, oh, well, he's just going to be really good in 2026. Yes, I'm hoping he will be. Actually, I think he will be. The problem is this: injuries. When you least expect it, expect it to happen, it is a high possibility that it will happen. Anytime he gets sacked, anytime he dives head first trying to get a first down, any little thing that he does is almost like you holding your breath, like, oh, please get up, please get healthy. Please be healthy. Please get up. Please be healthy. That's what I've been thinking, bro. I don't know if he's going to be able to. Why risk it more in the last game of the season? I hope they don't play him in the last game of the season, to be honest with you at this point. You got they got an MRI. I don't know what it was. But all I'm saying, this man has a hairline fracture in his throwing arm. Don't play that, man. Because if it does get worse, fire everybody. If you do play him, fire everybody. And I say that respectfully. But yeah, I am cheering for JJ McCarthy. I call him the franchise. I'm calling him the franchise. But the problem about the one thing about being the franchise is you have to play, bro. You have to prove yourself by getting reps and being able to play 16 games, 17 games in a season. Hey, listen, it sucks because I really feel like he has the talent. But if you're not able to stay on that football field, shout out to Axon. I'm gonna read your comment shortly. If you're not able to get through a season in your second year and you already missed like 5-6 games because of the high ankle sprain, it's not like it's one injury, y'all. This is multiple injuries. It's not like it's one. It's like he has a bad ankle and he keeps on messing up. This is numerous injuries: concussion, high ankle sprain, meniscus tear. Now it's the hand. It's like this is not just one injury. So every Viking fan that's saying, "Oh, Mike, he's not considered injury prone." He is considered injury prone at this point, bro. I know it's an unfortunate truth. Some people don't want to hear it, but it's the truth. He keeps getting hurt. By the way, everybody that's in the building, make sure you hit that like button, hit that like button, so we can get this out there to other people that rock with the Vikings or just like football talk. We go live for every Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. And I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I truly feel that way. And I'm also going to be doing primetime games. Not all of them, but some of them. Now, Axton said, okay, that's pretty much seals it. Now that McCarthy is injured again, I like that. It's a no-brainer what the Vikings need to do. Trade for Joe Burrow. Keep JJ McCarthy. Hopefully he learns from Burrow, or draft another quarterback. Wow, you're totally done, huh? JJ is benched now. Brosmer gets some experience. If we can average 17 points a game in the next 2 games, I'd be surprised. Oh my goodness. And you might be 100% correct in everything that you just said. I'm gonna be hopeful, and I'm gonna be a delusional Viking fan like I've always been this whole entire season. And I'm gonna hope that Max Brosmer can run this offense at a solid level. I didn't say elite, but a solid level. Get the ball to Justin Jefferson. Get the ball to Jordan Addison. Get the ball to Speedy Naylor. Get the ball to TJ Hockenson and Josh Oliver, and possibly even run the ball, establish the run, and play off that run. I'm not sure about the injury report with Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason. I didn't look at it, so I couldn't tell y'all. But I know they both got shaken up last game. But what I will say is this: as a delusional Viking fan and a proud delusional Viking fan, I am so disappointed in how this season went about. Because when you think about what we had last year, when we went 14-3 and then we lose in the wild card round. So listen, 14-3 is good, but we still took an L when it counted the most. I'd rather barely get to the playoffs and make a playoff run than have a 14-3 record and get to play. But you still got to have enough wins to get to the playoffs. We don't even have enough wins to get to the playoffs. And on top of that, our starting quarterback is hurt once again. The quarterback that we drafted in the 2024 NFL draft is hurt once again. He got hurt in the preseason game against the Raiders last season, in his rookie season. And then he gets hurt. I think against the Falcons was a high ankle sprain. And then the concussion. Now the hairline fracture in his throwing hand. So we got some issues in Minnesota, and we're going to have to figure this out in the offseason. But what I will say as a Viking fan, I'm still going to be excited for this 2026 year, but we have to make sure we get a veteran quarterback in the room. I'm not going to say Joe Burrow necessarily. I wouldn't mind that, but I think they're not going to go too big when it comes to that. If unless Joe Burrow says, I want to go play for the Vikings, okay. Because you got to have to give up so much. And the problem with giving up so much is you have a lot of holes to fill. We need a safety. We need a safety. We need a defensive tackle. We need linebacker. We need a corner. We need a center. And we might need a tackle because Christian Darrisaw keeps on getting hurt. So we got so many holes to fill. And not enough draft picks, I guess you would say. But we definitely have some holes to fill. Now, I understand if you was to get a Joe Burrow, shout out to Christopher Rill, and shout out to Ben, and shout out to Rudy. If you was to get a Joe Burrow, I understand good quarterbacks can cover up deficiencies. But the thing that you have to do if you was to trade for a Joe Burrow is you have to get a center. You cannot go into the season without a center. And if you're relying on Ryan Kelly, you can't do it. Also, you have to get somebody else in the room that can possibly be the left tackle or the right tackle. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I love Christian Darrisaw. When he is healthy, he's probably the best left tackle in the game. The problem is if he's healthy, right? The if is the question we have as Viking fans. So we can't even listen. We have some problems, right? And I'm not trying to make it like the Vikings have no chance next year, because I think we still have a chance to do something maybe. But man, we got some holes, man. We got questions. Center for sure, and a safety. Facts. Center, a center, a safety, and I'm even thinking tackle, bro, because I am so nervous about Christian Darrisaw. I am nervous about Brian O'Neill as well. Both of our tackles, they are Pro Bowl tackles. They're two of the best tackles, right tackle and left tackle. But the problem is they keep getting hurt. And definitely center. I can't take it no more, bro. We haven't had a good center in a very long time, and I say that respectfully speaking. So we need to go get that center as well. So if you was to make a trade for Joe Burrow, and I know the counter to Joe Burrow is he's injury prone as well. So why would you trade a lot of picks to go get another injury prone player? This is the counter to that, though. We know that this injury prone player is a top 5 quarterback in the NFL when healthy. We know this top 5 player, we know this injury prone player is also a player that got to the Super Bowl. We know this top 5 player, him and Justin Jefferson at LSU were one of the best 1-2 punches in college football. And if they was to play together, Joe Burrow and Justin Jefferson, that would be, I ain't gonna lie, that would be amazing to watch. I'm gonna keep it real. With Jordan Addison potentially, this will be a crazy offense. My only issue is you're going to lose Brian Flores. You don't know what you're going to do at the center position, which we need that number one. On the offensive line, you better find a center. If you don't get a center next year, this will be a disaster of an offseason. I need a backup quarterback or potentially a starting quarterback, depending on how big they go. If they go the Joe Burrow route, if they go the Mac Jones route, if they go the Justin Herbert route, whatever route they go, I don't know what they're thinking. If you want to sign Kyler Murray to a minimum, if you want to sign a Joe Flacco to be a backup, if you want to go get Tua as a backup on a veteran minimum deal, okay, we'll go for that. Mike, who do you think they should bring in next year as a veteran quarterback? I'm a Joe Flacco guy. People keep telling me that's not going to happen because there's a lot of people that would like Joe Flacco. I think Joe Flacco would have been perfect this year for us, but it just didn't happen. And that's if you really feel like JJ McCarthy is the future. If you feel like, listen, I'm only bringing Joe Flacco to be the backup, and that's what you are, Joe Flacco, unless there's an injury. But we know if JJ McCarthy gets hurt, Joe Flacco could run the offense. Now, what I would say is I kind of I like Joe Flacco, but I kind of want to bring in a younger quarterback that can challenge JJ McCarthy for the starting job. This is nothing personal. I'm a big JJ McCarthy guy. I want JJ McCarthy to be our franchise quarterback. But the one thing as Viking fans, we can't make this too personal. We want to win a Super Bowl. And history will tell us, unfortunately, JJ McCarthy keeps getting hurt. So I want to bring in a young quarterback that he doesn't have to be like a developmental quarterback, like a rookie, but say it's like a Mac Jones. Say it's like what's another young quarterback? Say, hypothetically speaking, maybe even Kyler Murray. I'm just putting names out there, not because I'm not saying I want these quarterbacks. I'm just putting it out there. But we have to bring somebody in here to challenge JJ McCarthy. That's just my honest opinion. Because at the end of the day, if we put all of our eggs in one basket and we think JJ McCarthy is the guy in 2026 and beyond, and he gets hurt again, and we weren't proactive when it comes to the backup quarterback or someone that can challenge him, we're setting our franchise back. I'm just going to be honest. We're setting ourselves back because we're trying to get Super Bowls at this point. We got the most wins in NFL history without a Super Bowl. The Vikings have the most regular season wins without a Super Bowl. I'm trying to change that. I don't care about like just winning the NFC North Division. I want to win that, and I want to win the NFC Conference, and I want to win the dang on Super Bowl. For the Vikings to even had a shot at Joe Burrow, we would have to give up exactly. And top players, maybe Jefferson. No. We can't give up Jefferson though. Ain't no way. We can't give up. If Joe Burrow was to come to the Vikings, he's not going to want to come here without a Justin Jefferson being the wide receiver. I'm telling you that right now. I don't know this personally, but I know this is a fact. Joe Burrow is not coming to the Vikings to throw it to who? If you take Justin Jefferson off the team and say Jordan Addison's not on his team, who else is there? Who else is there to throw it to? Who else? So I'm going to be honest with you. Justin Jefferson has to be here. Now, if you talk about defensive players like Jonathan Grenard and players like that, if you want to trade for a Joe Burrow, okay. But my biggest thing, man, I don't know if I want to go that big, though, man. Like, I mean, I guess go big or go home, but I kind of want to go on a lesser route like a Mac Jones or somebody like that, or one of these veteran quarterbacks like Tua or Kyler Murray that gets released or something, because I'm not trying to give up too many picks, man, because we got so many holes on this roster. And then, and what if, I hate to be negative, what if Joe Burrow gets hurt? What if Joe Burrow gets hurt? So not only we have a star quarterback, don't get it twisted, he's really good when he's healthy, but if he gets hurt, we set our franchise back a very long time, bro. Because like you said, we got to give up numerous first-round picks, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Plus, yeah, it's too much, bro. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Do you think the Vikings should bring in Spencer Rattler from? I wouldn't mind that. That would be a great idea. What's your name? Brian? Yeah, Brian 4532. That would be a great idea, bro. That would be an awesome idea, to be honest with you. That's if the Saints will let him go. I don't know what his contract's looking like. I would have loved to get Spencer Rattler. I think he has potential. I like his game. Oh, yeah. Bring him in. Yes, Christopher Earl said, hit the like button. Yes, hit the like button, everybody. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We are going live for every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. I'm also going to be going live for primetime games with the scoreboard and everything. Not all of them, but some of them. But like I said, this is one YouTube family. I want the goal for me is to build a community that we can, it's okay to agree to disagree, but just have respect for each other and keep it PG in the comments. It's okay to be a passionate fan of whatever team that you rock with. But just keep it respectful. That's all I ask, man. Like, we just want to keep it peaceful and good energy and good vibes over here. That's what we want to try to bring over here. There's a lot of evil going on around the whole entire world, and I want this to be the channel where people can come to and just be themselves and talk their talk in the comments and feel comfortable doing it. What about Justin Fields? Because these big-time quarterbacks aren't getting traded. Let me be real. They might if they request, but I get what you're saying. Now, Justin Fields, that could be a possibility. Why not? I'm willing to bring anybody in. I just want it to be, I don't want it to be like, all right, it's just our second string quarterback has no chance of being the first string quarterback. Like, I want it to be some type of competition, because it'll be doing a disservice to the franchise and to the fan base by just putting it all on JJ McCarthy when we know, unfortunately, he can't stay healthy. And I'm a JJ McCarthy guy. I feel like he has the ability. It's about being available to play. That's what it is. It comes down to injuries. He can make every throw. I feel like he's super athletic. I feel like he has that it factor. Yes, sometimes he's not accurate, but that's what all quarterbacks, even the veteran quarterbacks. I think JJ McCarthy really is that guy. I really do. I think he can be good. The issue that we have is injury. It's not talent. I said this months ago. It's not about the talent. It's about the injury. But before this latest injury, I was talking about play calling from Kevin O'Connell. But ever since he simplified the play calling, week 14, I believe, JJ McCarthy's been looking absolutely amazing. He's been looking good. That's just my opinion. That's my eye test. It's just my opinion. Some people be like, oh, those are just average stats, bro. Well, average stats is better than what he was doing earlier in the season. Earlier in the season, they were making memes about JJ McCarthy being worse than Jamarcus Russell, being as bad as Zach Wilson. Hey, bro, it's better than he was earlier in the season. So, in my opinion, being average, putting up average stats is pretty darn good to me. You know what I mean? And I think the stats is not telling you the full truth because the wide receivers are dropping passes. Jalen Naylor can't catch for some dang on reason. Jordan Addison be dropping passes, and Justin Jefferson be dropping passes. So the statistics ain't even really telling you the full truth. Unless you a Viking fan and you watch the games, I watch every single game. I'm live every single game. I see every single play of the game. It is some of these passes are right on the money, hitting Jalen Naylor right in the hands. Oh, it pops in the air. Interception. So it's going to count as it's JJ McCarthy's fault. It's not his fault, bro. It's not his fault. Oh, when JJ McCarthy throws it right on the money to Jordan Addison in the end zone, what happens? Jordan Addison magically, Butterfingers, drops the ball. Oh, when he throws it to Justin Jefferson, yes, it has a little bit of oomph in it. Yeah, but you the best wide receiver in the game. Catch the freaking ball, bro. So the statistics don't tell you the full story. And I don't want to be a JJ McCarthy apologist that he can do no wrong because I hold him accountable. But stats don't tell you everything. That's why I be trying to tell people you got to use your eyes more than looking at statistics. Use statistics, but use your eyes. I watched every game. And what I seen from JJ McCarthy is that man can play. The issue is he can't play because he's hurt. He's hurt. So that's why he can't play. That's what I meant to say. Chargers winning the Super Bowl this year. Chargers got a chance if they can get into the playoffs. I don't know what the standings is looking like for the Chargers, but I think Justin Herbert is a dog. I'm a big Justin Herbert supporter. I like Justin Herbert. I like Justin Herbert a lot. Keenan Allen isn't even on the Chargers anymore. Yeah. Jameis Winston is the best choice, but are we willing to give up a 5th rounder and maybe a 6th? Man, I don't know, man. I don't know, but I'm going to tell you this right now. This last 2 games of the season is critical for Max Brosmer because I don't think JJ's playing. And I'm telling you this offseason, everybody that's in the chat, you're going to hear so many rumors throughout the offseason. You're going to hear about Joe Burrow. You're going to hear about Kyler Murray. You're going to hear about Mac Jones. I'm Mac Jones. That act like you don't know my name. Ain't nothing changed but the fame. I'ma stay the same. I'm Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones. Y'all know that song? It's Mike Jones, but I said Mac Jones for the remix. So you're going to hear a lot of rumors, man. You're going to hear so much speculation, rumors, because now that JJ McCarthy's probably his season is over because of the little small fracture in his throwing arm. They're not, I know for a fact. I don't know for a fact, but I don't believe Kevin O'Connell or Kwesi or the ownership is going to go into 2026 being like, all right, JJ McCarthy, you're definitely the starter. No, they're going to be like, you're going to have some competition to be the starter. Watch. I'm telling y'all, watch. Y'all heard it first on Mike Sports 5. You probably heard it again somewhere else, but I'm just saying, bro. But that would be a disservice if they was to do that, though. If they said JJ McCarthy's definitely the starter in 2026, listen, bro, it's a disservice. If he wins the starting job, that's cool. But look at it like this, bro. As much as I like JJ McCarthy, you got to bring somebody else in here that can play. You cannot bring in some quarterback that you know ain't going to ever be the starter. You got to bring in some competition for this upcoming season. Straight up. Winston, he was a 30. Yeah, you know what, though? I like Winston, but I don't know about him. But Mike, no risk, no reward. I get it, Axton. I get it. What you say? No risk, no reward. Scare money don't make no money. By the way, everybody that's in the building, make sure you hit the like button, hit the like button, and also hit the subscribe button. We are going live for every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us, and I truly feel that way. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, this is devastating though. To be a Viking fan, this is devastating. This injury to JJ McCarthy was devastating. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I'm not going to sit here and cap. It sucks. but the Vikings need to bring another quarterback in the offseason. Straight up. Straight up. Can you give me your all-time roster for Madden if you have it, or you're just your favorite? My favorite players? Oh man, I'll have to get that to another time, but I'll give you one wide receiver though. My favorite player of all time is Randy Moss. Randy Moss is my favorite wide receiver, favorite player of all time, but he's a wide receiver. I'm from Pennsylvania. I'm Philly everything, so I'm a Sixer fan. I'm a Phillies fan. I'm a Flyers fan. I'm a Union fan. And the reason why I'm a Viking fan is because of the great Randy Moss. You know what I mean? In my opinion, he's the GOAT at wide receiver. Some people are going to disagree, but we just going to have to agree to disagree on that. I do think McCarthy needs to learn to take a bit off some. Yeah, I do too. But I look at it like this. If it hits you in the hands, you got to make that catch. But I get it, man. He has to have a little bit more touch. You can't throw 100 miles per hour when the guy is 5 yards out. I mean, I get it, though. I get it. But when it hits you in the hands, you got to catch the ball, bro. You got to catch the ball. A lot of quarterback can throw and win locker rooms. Yeah, that's true. Let's go Vikings. Go to the bowl. Winston threw 30 interceptions in the season. Yeah, he's an interception machine. That's why Brady replaced him. Winston was off last year. Yup. James Winston was drafted 1 year after RG3 was. Yup. Rams took a risk on Stafford and it worked. Sometimes you got to take a risk. I'm just saying. Hey, listen, listen, Axton, the one thing that you're doing right now, let me tell you what you're doing right now, bro. I'm going to tell you what you're doing right now. You talking that talk. You're talking that talk. I'm not disagreeing on anything you just said, bro. I'm not disagreeing. You talking that talk. Listen, you can't be scared to make a move. I get it. I'm with you, bro. I get it. But there's always the other side to it too, but I get where you're going with it. At the end of the day, this ain't nothing. We don't care about no draft picks if we win in a Super Bowl. We don't care about the draft picks if we're in the Super Bowl. You get what I'm saying? I get it. Yeah, he's out on Thursday, bro. He got a hairline fracture, bro. It's a wrap, bro. It's a wrap. And JJ is out. Yeah, JJ out. McCarthy has a weak hairline. That's funny. These players nowadays could never have caught a pass from John Elway. John Way is what you are saying. Man, I just look at it like this. If it hits you in the hands, you should be able to catch it. But I do understand when people say that he's throwing a 99 mile per hour fastball when you're doing like a 5-yard route. But I get both sides, but like still, man, you got to make those catches. You're a professional wide receiver. Catch the ball. But I get it though, because you might break your finger. It is what it is, but you're a football player. You got to figure it out. That's how I'm looking at it. But it does suck, man. When you think about everything that's happened today, and when it comes to this announcement about the hairline fracture in his throwing hand, when you think about just the mystery around the Vikings right now, yeah, we got some issues right now, man. We definitely got some issues. Man, it sucks. You do know that Elway got drafted by the Blue Jays. Oh, that's what's up. You know what's crazy, man? Like one of my favorite quarterbacks, I was watching his highlights. I wasn't old enough to watch them, but like one of my favorite quarterbacks, man, is Steve Young. Steve Young was different, bro. Steve Young was a true dual threat. That man was a big arm, no quit mentality. Steve Young was a different type of dude, man. Different type of dude. One of my favorite quarterbacks. Honestly, Steve Young's one of my favorite quarterbacks of all time. I wish I got to witness watching him when he was playing in his prime and all that. I might have got to watch maybe a year or two, but I didn't understand football by then. I was too young. So, but yeah, Steve Young was amazing. Just an amazing football player. Man, Some great quarterbacks back in the day, man. And I'm just hoping the Vikings could get a good quarterback. I'm just hoping the Vikings could have a franchise quarterback. I'm just hoping that the Vikings could have another great quarterback like Fran Tarkenton. I didn't get to witness him. I didn't get to witness seeing him play. I didn't get to witness. I seen Culpepper. That was the greatest quarterback that I've seen play for the Vikings. To be honest with you, keeping it real. Culpepper's my guy. I got Dante's Culpepper's autograph. But it does suck, man. It's a sucky situation, man. Being a Viking fan and excuse me, and seeing what's happening right now with the franchise, and it's just, I don't know, man. Sucks. Sucky feeling. Because now you got even more it's more of a mystery for the Vikings. It's more of a mystery what they're going to do in 2026. What quarterbacks are they going to try to get? I don't think they're going to draft another quarterback, but what quarterbacks they going to trade for? If they do trade for a quarterback, how much are they willing to give up to get that quarterback? Because we got so many holes. It's so many question marks now because I don't think JJ McCarthy's playing for the rest of the season. They say it's like Kevin O'Connell was trying to play it down, saying it's a small hairline fracture. It's a fracture in your throwing hand, bro. So what you don't want to do is play against the Packers because he's gonna miss the Lions game. What you don't want him to do is go play against the Packers and say he gets sacked, bro. The last game of the season. He lands wrong on his fractured hand. Then what we going to do, bro? Then it's going to be even a bigger problem. So if I was the GM, the head coach, I'm going to be like, yo, bro, you down for the season. I think they just don't want to make the announcement. That's what I think it is. They trying to leave a little bit of hope alive that JJ McCarthy might play the last game of the season. But if you want to be smart about it and be proactive, man, just don't even play the young man. Let that man just heal up for 2026 and go from there. Because if you let this man go out there and he gets hurt even more than what he is, we in a bad situation. But shout out to everybody that's in the building. I truly appreciate y'all, man. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And as always, God bless and be easy. I'm about to get off in a little bit. Young and the 49ers destroyed my Chargers in Super Bowl 24 in 95. Yeah, man. Steve Young was different, man. Steve Young was one of my favorite quarterbacks. One of my favorite quarterbacks. I wish he was a Viking. I wish he played for the Vikings. Straight up. There's a couple of quarterbacks I wish played for the Vikings. I wish Phillip Rivers played. Of course, Tom Brady. But I wish Phillip Rivers played for the Vikings. I wish Steve Young played for the Vikings. I wish Andrew Luck played for the Vikings. I know that he ain't win no Super Bowl or anything like that, but same with Phillip Rivers. But Andrew Luck, I think if he was with the Vikings, I think we would have won a Super Bowl with that bull. Real talk. I think Andrew Luck was so underrated. No, he wasn't underrated. He just retired early because of injury, but Andrew Luck was really, really good. Really, really good. Really good. We would have won a chip. Yeah. You said true that. We win the chip, there ain't no dip. Happy Merry Christmas, Rudy. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate that. Yeah, man. So Vikings are in a tough spot, y'all. I'm getting y'all ready. The rumors are gonna be out there. I'm letting y'all know that right now. I'm getting y'all ready. The rumors are gonna be out there this whole entire rest of this week. And for the rest, and then, of course, like when we go against the Packers, and when the offseason is official, you're going to have so many rumors that's going to, it's probably going to blow your mind. Well, you're going to understand. You're already getting the heads up. So I'm just getting y'all ready. So I know some people be getting like really in their feelings. Oh, JJ McCarthy needs to be the guy. And I believe he should be as well. But we still have to be, it's about the team at the end of the day. We got to put the team in a better position to be successful. If you just, like I said, I like JJ and I'm hoping for the best. I like the way he plays the game. But at the end of the day, you got to keep it real and keep it true. Keep it real, keep it true. Because one thing that we know is any game could be a game where he's going to miss some games. He's going to get hurt. He's going to get hurt. Have a Merry Christmas, Mike, and have a good New Year. Oh, man, thank you, bro. You too. Happy holidays to everybody, man. Happy holidays, Glenn, Axton, Rudy, Christopher Real, Gary, my boy, Down, Liam, Axton, Brian, William, everybody that's been in the chat, man. Happy holidays. God bless school, the pro, everybody that's been in the building, man. God bless to y'all. TY that's in the building, Ben, Joan, everybody, man. Angel, everybody I didn't name. And my boy Aiden in the building. Happy holidays to everybody, man. Happy holidays, man. Prince family, happy holidays to you. If Brian Flores leaves, that's going to test Kevin O'Connell. Hey, listen, when Brian Flores leaves, bro, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I'm nervous, bro. I'm nervous for our defense, bro. Like, I'm really nervous for this defense because this defense has been top 10 despite our offense being number like 29th in total offense, bro. That doesn't usually happen. If you have a bad offense like that, your defense is probably bad. That's not the case this year. That's why I feel like we wasted this whole season when it comes to a good total year. Not every game was good for the defense, but mostly every game for the defense was pretty darn good. I like McCarthy. I want him to be the guy, but right now he cannot stay on the field. Facts. And people don't want to admit to that, bro. When I say that, Mike, you're rushing the process. You're not being patient. What you mean I'm rushing the process? What you mean I'm not being patient? What you want us to do as Viking fans? You just want us to just wait? How long you want us to wait? Until we figure out if the man can be healthy. Like, how long you want us to wait? Respectfully, I like McCarthy. But you got to put the franchise in a good position by getting another quarterback that can challenge him for that number one spot. You have to. We trying to win a Super Bowl, man. This ain't nothing personal. But at this point, you got to admit he keeps getting hurt, and if you and that's just the honest truth. He keeps getting hurt. He has a small fracture, a hairline fracture in his throwing hand. And it just sucks. Don't spam, Greg. Please don't spam. Please don't spam. Everything he gets, he want to miss games. That's the problem. You can't have that on your roster. That means he technically is replaceable, bro. People don't want to hear that though, bro. People don't want to hear that. All right, stop. I gotta get you out of here. I'm trying to not block you, bro. Please stop spamming. Please stop spamming. Joe Montana. I love Joe Montana. But God bless everybody. God bless. I'm getting off. All right, I'm gonna have to get this guy out of here because I try to be nice. I try to just keep him in the chat. He just won't listen. You just won't listen. But yeah, I got him out of here. But thank you again. Thank you everybody for all your support. And again, I'm getting off. Have a wonderful holiday. God bless everybody. Until next time. Peace out.